Hey guys, how's it going? So super quick video today. I did just come home from watching Padmaavat, aka Padmaavati. So I did want to share my thoughts on it. This is not really going to be a review, more like just some of my random thoughts about the movie. Leading up into going into this movie, watching all the promotions, the interviews, everything, I was not actually looking forward to this movie because I actually personally did not like Bajirao Mastani. It was not my thing. I just didn't think it was a great movie. This movie looked like much of the same. I joked to many people that I feel like Sanjay Leela Bhansali decided, since the set is already up, let's just shoot the next period movie. So I was not expecting much. However, with those low expectations, I ended up leaving the theater blown away. This movie is visually stunning. I just feel like Sanjay Leela Bhansali put all of his effort into the visuals. This movie is beautiful. If you are thinking about not watching this movie in 3D, because I know I hate watching movies in 3D. If I can get out of it, I do. But this movie, you have to watch it in 3D. It's beautiful. It's just, I feel like I've never seen a movie other than Bahubali look this beautiful on screen. Even visually, I thought this would be much like Bajirao Mastani, but this is on a completely different level. It's just beautiful. It's visually spectacular, and I feel like there's no other way for me to describe it. So you guys should definitely watch it. Even if you're not interested in the movie, just watch it for the visuals. Ranveer has to be given credit for doing something that I feel like no hero before has ever agreed to do, which is playing this outright evil character. And he did such a good job of it. His character was written to be very over the top, very loud. He did this weird jaw thing that kind of made me think, what is he doing? It was almost cartoonish at a point, but that being said, he stood out. He was the standout performer in this movie. He, like, literally when you walk away from the movie, you think about him and wow, what a great job he did in this movie. So I was really blown away. Some people have criticized his role and said that it promotes Islamophobia. I don't agree with that because I think even historically, if you go back and you read about him, he was an invader, and invaders are not known to be good people. He did terrible things to his own family members to get to where he was. You can't really mix the religion and the person aspect and say, oh, they're trying to make Islam look bad because this character was a bad person and he was a Muslim. So I'm throwing that out there and saying I don't agree with that. If you guys think that, that's your opinion, but I don't agree. Coming to Shahid Kapoor and Deepika, that does not mean they were any less. They were so good. I really liked Deepika in this movie. I think she did a great job of shutting down her naysayers. She emoted really well with her eyes. She gave a really strong performance, and she worked with what she was given. And Shahid Kapoor's role required him to be very stoic, very composed, very calm, very collected, as did Deepika's, and he performed so well with that. He was just very royal, and I really enjoyed his performance as well. I think he did a really good job. I didn't expect him to be as good in the movie as he was. Some people have criticized Deepika and Shahid's chemistry in this movie. I don't agree with that. Again, I think they had great chemistry for characters who barely shared any hug or any intimacy or anything. I mean, they worked with what they were given. I think this is something that Sanjay Leela Bhansali should be criticized for, because if you look at his past track record, he has a thing with love at first sight. Whether it's Ram Leela, whether it's Bajirao Mastani, whether it's this movie, even Khamoshi or Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam or Devdas, they all have that thing. Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam and Devdas gave a little bit more in terms of romance, but the rest of these movies all were kind of like, it was like a hit and run romance. Bam, these characters are in love, take it or leave it. So that's kind of a problem with him as a director. He doesn't get that we need a little bit more build up, especially in movies like this, where you need to really feel for the characters in order to feel for what's going to happen later. And that's not the fault of Deepika and Shahid. They did a great job. They actually looked really nice together. They acted well together. They had good chemistry. I know there are a lot of comparisons between Shahid Kapoor and Ranveer Singh's acting in this movie and their roles. Guys, it's like comparing apples and oranges. It's like you're comparing a logical, sane character to an illogical, insane character. They're not on the same level. They're two very different performances, and they both did a great job. Special mention has to be given to Jim Sarb and Aditi Rao Hardri, because they did such a good job with their roles. They were playing side characters, but they left a very strong impact, especially Jim Sarb, who did an amazing job. Very quickly, I want to touch upon the topic of feminism in this movie. People are going crazy. A lot of actresses have come out tweeting against this movie saying, oh, in this day and age, making a movie like this is regressive. Guys, this movie takes place in the past. It's not taking place in 2018. It takes place in, I don't even know what year this is. There were certain societal and cultural norms at the time that women followed. And in a way, the specific scene that everybody is talking about, I'm not going to talk about it because it will be a spoiler. So watch the movie and then you can talk to me personally. But that particular scene, that in itself was feminism in a way. Because it was a group of women making a decision for themselves. So they were making a decision about their lives. So to say this movie is anti-women's rights, I think that's really silly. And just kind of reevaluate that thought because it doesn't make sense in this movie. It just doesn't. After a long time, I came home from a movie and immediately put on the soundtrack and just blasted the songs all the way home. I love the songs even more after watching the movie. Humor was beautiful on screen, and in 3D it looked even better than it does watching it at home on TV. It's beautiful, and Ek Dil Ek Jaan was beautiful. Binte Dil and Khali Wali were very interesting videos, and they were very entertaining to watch. I really enjoyed the whole movie. Do I think this movie has repeat value? Probably not. I don't know if I would ever put this movie on again to watch it. But that's the case with Bajirao Mastani, that's the case with Ram Leela. I have not ever gone back and watched these movies again. But this movie was just beautiful. And I feel like at this moment I walked out of that theater feeling very impressed, very satisfied. Because I was somebody who had very low expectations from this movie and I walked out very happy. So I'm glad I went to the theaters to watch this movie. And I would encourage you guys to go give it a try. Alright guys, that's my opinion on this movie. If you don't agree, of course, that's your opinion. You don't have to love it just because I loved it. If it's playing at your local theater, go watch it. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye!